World War is a war of powerful countries economically, politically, and militarily. It's a spontaneous conflict of political diplomacy that reaches a dead end with no way out. It's non-concession or non-peace negotiation. Whoever is stronger, whoever is winner. It's becoming buffaloes and cows fly, butterflies and mosquitoes die. It's the death of innocent people when they have no right to know why there's a war, why is a laughter, or why to use this way to promote the country to be the strongest one and famous one, to let the world be know about you. Why? Why? A much of why here. This is not a Marvel, it's Marvel, or animation of film, or action movie anymore. That is a disaster. That is the ambition to rise on top of the political people. Just because of that ambition of one person, one group of people, sensationalism caused a trillion deaths and trillion residents die, lost and misses from war, in the World War, in the aggressive war, in the Cold War, in nuclear war, and the war mocking. That is just borrowing the supreme power from countries, serving them on the ambition, not for the sake of people or sake of resident in country. Meanwhile, the country already left its spade on the hand at all to create the leaders like fascist leader or Nazi leader. That is the wrong way, and that is the cross of the war. George Wilson, who is represent for American soldier, a military, a warrior, and on American fleet as precious said the other name like General like him, or American veterans on American island who are our best friend and the best friend of the same age with our Father Howe. He himself wrote the story about the war. Exactly World War II was his experience after his indoctrination in Georgia to becoming a basic training instructor to teach the student in Louisiana, and then in Texas Camphood to Camp Saints in New York before he was on his way to the first stop in England on British Army, allied towards US, and then he was taken part in the first battle of Normandy, singular breakthrough in France, and in Hagen Forest, the border between Belgium and Germany, on the longest single border of US Army has ever fought. Words of all were the long, cold nights, and oh, we have a chilly foxhole from which we have scooped out the fresh snow. No blankets reached earth, no shelter house, no sleeping bags. We are undergoing the tide of the weather reserved for mountain troops, or ski troops, but without their super winter equipment. Winter wear did not return until early January 1945. That is also the largest and bloodiest single battle fought by United States in the World War II, in which of his description that he wrote about Battle Bow in his story If You Survive. Our author, George Wilson, was just experiencing the second half of the World War II to the end of it. How about the first half? It was started of the Gulf War between Nazi Germany and Poland on September the 1st to the 7th in the 1939. It was named Battle of Waterplay, one of Peninsula Poland, or we call it Invasion of Poland. The second battle is Battle of El Element, a town in northern Metro Governorate of Izab, located on Arab's Gap in the Mediterranean Sea in the North Africa. The part of Western Desert campaign between Izab and Libya. In 1942, the third is the Battle of Midway, Pacific War, or Asia-Pacific War, the attack on Pearl Harbor between U.S. Navy fleet and Imperial Japan Navy on June 4 to 7 in 1942. Number 4 is the Battle of Kharkiv, also known as Kharkiv. It's the second largest city and municipality in Ukraine, the northeast of the country between Nazi Germany and against the Soviet Red Army around the city of Kharkiv, Ukraine, on February 19 until March on 15 in 1943. Though the first half of outbreak of the Second World War II and ended by two-time atomic bombs dropped on Japanese city, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, due to the stubbornness and bloody carnage of the fascist and Nazi empire in Asia. By surrender of Nazi Japan to end the Nazi Germany in Europe, fascists in Europe and Middle East around the Mediterranean Sea. That is also derived from World War. Politics are sensitive content with a messy world, complicated thing, upside down, conflict from politicalism. That is the main reason to make you or me, or as a human life, not have our own freedom. From political thought to wrong political lie and false politics, or from political thought to right political light and to right correct politics, those things will hunt you down, lead you and your people, being confined like in prison, no way out, no solution. It will control your whole life till you die. Boom! That the Warsaw on the airborne from bullets, cannons. Boom! That is the Warsaw, allowing the airborne from bullets, cannons, artillery weapon, nuclear weapons, or rocket, and more. Obviously, you still remember the first deployed atomic bomb over Japanese city of the two cities named Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August the 6th in 1945 during the World War II from 1939 until 1945. Is an American bomb dropped. That explosion immediately killed an estimate about 80,000 people and tens of thousands more would later die of radiation exposure. That is World War II after World War I from 1914 until 1918. The global conflict between two strong military forces. One is Central Power of Europe, linking them in Asia, Africa, Middle East together, and another one is US with their alliance military force from some country. Talk about Central Power of all Europe started up Germany. Austro-Hungary is known by Austro-Hungary Empire, great power center leaders in all Europe, Ottoman Empire of Turkey, and the Kingdom of Bulgaria. 3 is the Central Power military from World War I. There's so much problem until now in US, but we will move on this chapter in the next note. But now, talk more about the Central Europe Empire. They agreed the World War I and fed off their strategy. That is also reason to make them obtentatious. Their power again and again, together their power one more time, and create the opportunity to make the old strongest empire again. And that is the reason they created the Second World War from 1939 until 1945. With the same role of Germany, from Federal Republic Germany to become Nazi Germany, because the leader of the National Social Germany Workers' Party in Nazis. He was born in Austria, Hungary, one of great military power of Central Europe, and he is a German politician named Adolf Hitler. Their guilty party and guilty empire were Holocaust of his people in his country, and another side is guilty in genocide of sick millions Jewish during the World War II. That is the one group of neo-Nazis nowadays in US. And another one is Italy. Their leaders was ever close to Austria-Hungary power center a long time ago, like friendship. And during the World War I, they drove the country becoming national fascist Italy from Republic of Italy, because the government of leader is fascist party leaders since 1922. The policy is the same as Nazi party in Germany: genocide, massacres, forced sterilization, mass killing, forced deportation. Fascist now is changing into new name: supremacists or white supremacists Antifa. That is another group of Antifa nowadays in US. And now we both know that is a big problem in US. Finally, these fascist Antifa and neo-Nazis, both of them are target, went to US after World War II and messing up American lives in all United States, and especially it's destroying US apart from everything nowadays: racial division, race discrimination, skin color discrimination, language discrimination, cultural discrimination, religious discrimination, partisan segregation, political segregation, institutional segregation. There is too much misfortune for American people. There is not freedom or liberty. There is a J in violence from ownership faces power in the past to avenge the U.S. United States of America today.